every new year like this, I'll make resolution never to ever open pornography or watch any content that has to do with pornography or masturbate ever that particular year. But eventually, they happen. Maybe after a week or 1 month, highest, I'll fall back to it. If you heal me of this thing, then that was my prayer. If you heal me of this thing, I'll serve you for the rest of my life. Then I will not fear, I will never do it again. Then after some 30 minutes, 1 hour, that urge will be coming back again. And seriously, this is my 2 years free of it. 2 years free of pornography, 2 years free of masturbation. Hello guys, welcome back home and welcome back to Students Home, where I share my life and everything pertaining to academics. And if this is your first time on this channel, I'm Raphael. I'm currently a pharmacy student at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. And first of all, this is not a condemnation video. I'm not here to tell you whether pornography is bad or whether it's bad or whether it's not good or whether it's good for you or whether masturbation is good or not good for you. This is just a video that I decided to record because as a student I've been through some struggles. I'm just a student that has been through hell and have won. And I just wish to share my story to the entire world so that you guys can learn. If there's any lesson that you feel that you can learn, you can actually learn from it. And to be honest with you guys, this is my first time of opening this up to any living being. Like, this is my first time of recording this type of video or even voicing it out, because it has been an internal struggle for a very long time, but I finally won, and that is the happiness of it. And also I want to give a shout out to my parents, my classmates, and my very close friends who have this mindset of he's a saint guy. So I want to give a shout out to you guys, because really growing up, I was this kind of favorite kid that everyone loves. I was well trained in the ways of the Lord. Wait, I know the Bible back to back. So you won't even imagine that I was once a pornography addict or I once engaged in the effects. So, and that is why this video is kinda like my parents are gonna watch it too. So, okay, that is by the way. And it was among this reason that this impression that people had on me, it was what made me not to even speak up when I was going through my stuff and stages of my life, this particular stage of my life, when I was addicted to pornography and masturbation. And so it's because of this mindset that people have on me, this pastor, this God, and if you see me praying, God, Jesus, you won't believe. You will never believe. And seriously, this is my 2 years free of it. 2 years free of pornography, 2 years free of masturbation. I was dreaming of this particular day to come. I wanted to make this video some time ago, like a year ago, but I was like, no, let me wait and let the year repeat again. So let me just confirm that I'm totally free, because before making this video for you guys, I tried my best to simplify everything and try to replicate the step that I used for my first year in my second year of breaking the addiction. So of being free. So, and this, I'm not really saying that I'm completely free, like me, that I cannot be tempted again to go back to it, because social media and mainstreams and stuff that could easily manipulate emotions. So I'm not really saying that like I cannot go back to it. I can go back to it too, but it's just a continuous struggle, and I've already built some barricades and some barriers that will stop me from going back to it. So that is one of the essence of this video. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. And in this video, I'm not just explaining like trying to add God as God did everything. Like, there are still scientific methods in this, in my story. So if you can listen to the story, I believe that whether you're a Christian or not, you gain a lot from the story. The first time I got exposed to pornography was when I was I think in my JSS3, after classes, like at the end of the day of the school session, whenever we dismiss from school. So I always stay back to complete some of my notes that I didn't write during class. So that is what I like consistently do. But there is this group of boys in my class, they always stay at the back, and I always see them with phones. They are just laughing on one fateful day like that. So I wanted to go and see what was going on. I went and listened and followed them to watch what they were watching. And ladies and gentlemen, it was pornography they were watching. It was like a light or a fire was put on me that period, because that was my first time of seeing naked, mature people. And oh my god, the feeling was not here. I tried everything to get that stuff out of my mind, because then I didn't have a phone. But it was this kind of puberty growing up. That was when I turned 13. And one of the things that happened that period is that my dad called me on my birthday, and we were having our morning prayer meeting. So when we were done, he called me aside and said I should come, and he wants to talk to me. So he was like, okay, now you've turned 13, you'll be experiencing lots of things like erections and stuff, and your emotions, sexual tensions and stuff. And he told me that when he was my age and growing up, that what he did during those times was to read Bible. That whenever those urges come, that you go and read Bible or pray, that immediately everything will disappear. So, ladies and gentlemen, when that moment came, I read my Bible. Bible did not do anything. I prayed, nothing happened. So I don't even know whether I would say that during their time they were not this exposed to the digitals that we are seeing now. So that was my first day of masturbating. That was in my JS3. The next time I saw something relating to porn again was just movies, normal movies. I didn't have phone to have access to that stuff, and I thank God that I didn't have phone that period. Then it was now my academics. I didn't really engage in it in SS1. Those my class people that I watched that movie that when I first got exposed to pornography, I stopped watching their movie because I was at school. I was among the scripture union people. I do go out to preach, so if I would be watching that video with them, that means I won't be able to tell them that what they are doing is wrong, and they won't listen to me, and they might preach me to other people and tell them that this guy is engaging in this type of stuff. So it was among the reasons that I just had to stay off it, and it helped me and it killed the urge that was there. But in my SS2, that was when I actually said that I got addicted to pornography, because then I got a new phone. So when I got my phone, social media, Facebook, like they have content that are very sexually provocative, and that was when I would say I got addicted, as I said earlier, because at a point I wanted to stop, because after each urge and I've worked the stuff, there's this guilt. I know everyone should feel that guilt. There's this guilt I always feel, like forsaken by God. I'm this kind of person that was into church and stuff, so sometimes on Sundays I'll be like, should I even go to church? God will be angry at me, that kind of a thing. And the guilt was just there. Everything I was doing was trying to fight the guilt. So at some point when I deleted stuff and I now wanted to start recovery, I was experiencing wet dreams, and those thoughts were consistent. That was when I knew that something must be wrong somewhere, like something is wrong biologically or spiritually, because it was like whenever I close my eyes and open, like I would see an image, and when I see an image, and it's just as if something is being drawn from my head, like something is taking life out of me. And whenever I wake up, I see my inner wears, my undies, they are wet. So it continued that way, and I was really dying in me, because I wanted to stop this stuff, but the dreams were not helping me. So whenever I wake up, I'm always horny and that kind of stuff. I will go and watch the videos, get back to it. I complained to my friend. I didn't really tell him that I was engaging in this stuff. I just told him the dreams I'm having and the weird stuff. So what he just did, he gave me some scriptures to read from the Bible, and he gave me Psalms chapter 91, told me to read everything, and he also gave me Psalms chapter, he also gave me Isaiah 54 from verse 15 to 17, and he told me to read it and pray. Mind you, I've been praying and been reading scriptures all other times and trying to see if this particular stuff will stop, but it didn't stop. And when I read it that particular night, I think I read it by 9 p.m. I can still remember the details very well. I read it by 9 p.m. and I slept around that period because that was my sleep time. But when I woke up, it was as if something left me. Like I wasn't feeling any urge again. I checked my undies, it was dry. These feelings, those feelings that someone used to have, maybe due to erection and stuff, I wasn't having anything again. That was the biggest miracle I've seen in my life till now. That is among the reasons that nobody can tell me that God doesn't exist. Like that was enough evidence for me to really believe that there is something like supernatural. Because till now I'm someone that is very logical. I like looking for scientific explanations or how these stuffs happened, but I didn't find, because that stuff lasted for like 2 weeks. I had no erection for like 2 weeks. I was okay. Now when on my phones, when I go back to maybe on and I see those videos on my phone, it was irritating to me. It was like disgusting. Like I didn't even want to associate myself with it again. It's like shit to me. So like I was very much repelled from it. Like even if I see naked stuff, like I feel it's disgusting. Imagine someone that previous night the person was like enjoying these contents, and suddenly everything changed. In the space of 2 weeks, I never loved anything that has to do with that. I never engaged myself in that kind of a thing. So that was how the miracle happened. So my SS2, I was healed, like miraculously healed. No scientific explanation to that, although something later happened, which you will hear from the video. So it was as if my defense was very strong. I don't know how to put it, because when I see things that make people, like get people aroused, like it doesn't work on me again. During that initial SS2, SS3 period, it doesn't like really work on me again. I was like, God. So when I finished my SS3 and I was now looking for admission, I think that was when I was looking for my admission, and I was now playing with fire. Remember, previously I deleted Facebook and stuff, so I now reinstalled those stuffs back. Since nothing was working on me again, I was now like, I'm now a superhero in that aspect. Say this thing no go do me again. Say I don't arrive, like I've made it. But eventually I started, going through IG, Twitter, Facebook, seeing these celebrities, their pictures, started seeing videos, movies, watching normal music videos, and some romance movies, much of them. But I now found out that it was as if my defense mechanism was like breaking down. So by the day, as I'm engaging in all those stuffs, it was like something is breaking down. And at a point, like it was as if little things were now like sexually provocating me. Like I now get aroused by nonsense things that shouldn't even, that normally it is the last thing on my mind. So that was how it happened, and eventually I fell back to pornography again, fell back to masturbation again, because those periods I was kind of depressed. So when I fell back to it, I was like, okay, I've fallen back to it. I already have the remedy. I have the Bible verse. So what I now did is that, and one night like that, I wanted to go and sleep. I was like, okay, let me do it again. I brought out that Bible verse again I was given earlier, brought out, read the other one, prayed and slept. And when I woke up, I was expecting maybe a magic could have happened and those things would leave me like it left me earlier, but it did not work again, although I wasn't having wet dreams again. But that feeling of that you won't like have any penchant for anything that has to do with sex. So I will now mark it on my calendar, and it was working for me, but I will also encourage it for you guys that are just trying to quit this addiction, because I can remember then every new year like this, I'll make resolution never to ever open pornography or watch any content that has to do with pornography or masturbate ever that particular year. But eventually, they happen. Maybe after a week or 1 month, highest, I'll fall back to it. And I'll just try to recover again, fall back to it. I'll just give up and just but the calendar method, if you are starting out this new year, the calendar method will help you a lot, because it will help you to at least be responsible and know what's going on in your life and know how much you are doing this. And at a point, I was not experimenting with myself. I said at a point, okay, I'm not using the calendar method again. Let me see how worse it could get. Maybe monitoring this makes me to engage more in it. So I observed that I was more into it than when I was using the calendar method. So I had to go back to the calendar method, and that calendar method, I was like maybe 3 times a week I was engaging in it. I was masturbating like 3 times a week. But without calendar method, I was doing more. So for you guys that are just on your road to recovery, I would advise that you guys try the calendar method too. It's helpful. It's called habit tracking. But even in the midst of doing it, I still felt something is like this is not me, this is not my real self. I don't want to be this way. And I'm this type of person that have been dreaming that this particular day will come when I will talk to youngsters and tell them my experiences in this regard and help them to defeat their addictions and stuff. So I was like, if I want to be this type of a person, this is not the life I plan to live. I can't bear the type of life that I'll just be sad due to guilt and stuff like that. If you are into porn addiction, you should try tracking yourself. If you're maybe in a week you have a timetable. If you do mistake and masturbate, go and mark it on that calendar, maybe that you did it. So by the end of the week, you know how many times you did it. By the end of the month, you know how many times or mistakes you did. It wasn't there again. Like I was still experiencing the stuff over and over. So, and I still had the urge to watch those movies. So it wasn't working again. Another night, I had to wake up by 9 p.m. I had to wait till that particular time, because I was trying to like replicate what happened earlier, so that to see whether I would do it again. I have gotten like one juju or something that I'm using to, but it did not happen again. So that was how that miracle was lost. Like the scripture said something, once a demon or stuff leaves someone, it goes to the desert, that kind of a stuff, and when it returns and see that the house is clean, it will invite more people and they will enter. Like I was just trying to understand the stuff in my life. It was what was playing out in my life, because normal thing that used to free me off those stuff doesn't work again. I was now a normal human being. Those Bible genes don't work again. So that was where I had to start living it. I had to start surviving it. So I would go online, I would watch videos. Some of those videos would be like, this is normal. It's normal for guys. It's normal for youngsters. That's how you have to do it because of this benefit. It eases stress. What did I not read online? What did I not read? I was now like looking for masturbation. Is it bad? And I typed it online. They said sex therapy is from US, America. They were like, this is good. And the problem is I'm this type of person that I believe much of scientific evidence, like, and data to just normal belief. So I was not doubting my belief, because we don't know scripture very well. Like as a Christian, I know that this is not really good for me. Every time I do it, I'll just feel guilt. I don't feel myself. I feel that something is wrong. My spirit cannot like really find a way to like really fit it into my life and make it a part of me and mix it up in my life. So I was still going online looking for, if I just type is it bad, they will tell me all the benefits and why I should be engaging in it. So you can imagine. Then I started using calendar method. Like I know most of you guys have used it. Like the calendar method is just a way of tracking your habit. I was tracking how much I was engaging in pornography. So if I watch it today or we masturbate today, I'll mark it on my calendar, maybe Monday, and I'll record how many times. So So I was using the calendar method, and it was like as if I was trying to break the habit. Like it was now the occurrence in a month was less. Some months it could be like 4 times, some months it could be like 2 times. So it was as if the stuff was working. But now I'm this type of person. I like watching TED Talks. So I do watch them a lot that time. So a TED Talk was released at a particular time from a sex therapist. I think the woman is from US. So I went to check it out, and the woman was just encouraging pornography, encouraging masturbation. And what's really like why I went back fully when she now said, you guys should go back to your houses, put your light dim, and turn on the stove and enjoy yourself. Like, Jesus Christ, like I was like, this is a scientist, and she was talking about the advantages and everything. After watching that video, I was like, God, what did I just watch? What have I been doing? Trying to monitor my life. Removed it. I went back to it full time again. Like that is I'll try to put the video somewhere. Maybe just watch the video, you'll see what she said here.
So I think now is the perfect time tonight. Go home, set the mood, turn the lights down low, and romance the hell out of yourself.
So that was what happened, and I went back to it. It was now worse. Let me talk about my recovery phase. So at the point I was like, no, this is not me. It was I don't like I won't say that it affects academically, but it takes your time. You can take 1 hour of your time, because you will just be finding like it gets worse and worse. What satisfy you this time might not be the one that will satisfy you again the next time. So it gets worse and worse. So I was looking for other would I call it more insane stuff that are not real, more of them, like those fantasies I was looking for. So at the point I started like, no, I have to do something about my life. This is not the type of life I want to live. This type of growth I want to. So I started I think one of the first things I did was I deleted Facebook, deleted Instagram, deleted Twitter, deleted it was just YouTube and my Facebook account, my WhatsApp account that was remaining there, because I was using my WhatsApp account for some communication with family members. So that was like one of the first steps I took. Maybe later I'll make a video on how my detailed step by step how I defeated this stuff. So I cut off my Facebook and stuff, but it didn't really stop there. I had to stop watching music videos, some of music videos that these hip-hop stars, these Afrobeat stars, I don't know why music videos are now looking like pornographic videos. Like, people are naked and dancing and they are recording it and uploading it online. So that type of stuff, it was part of the stuff that used to like serve as a cue to me to go back to pornography. So I had to cut that off from my life. And then I stopped listening to some secular music. Although I love secular music, Afrobeats, these pop stars, but I now started paying attention to lyrics, because some lyrics have the potential of leading someone back to this particular habit. So I had to like cut. I deleted my streaming app on my phone, then deleted it. Then I was now praying more. Earlier I was praying, but I was now like, prayer has a way of, I don't know what I would say, has a way of suppressing some things in us. I don't know how to explain it, but it has a way of suppressing some habits. So prayer was helping me, and then I got my hands busy. I was busy with lots of things. I had to start learning every skill I can find on my system, on everything I can find my hands on. I started learning, I started improving. So I got so busy that I forgot that this stuff really exists. My calendar, I never used it again. I did not even remember it again. I would be having some sleepless nights. My mind would be telling me to go back to it, but due to I was so busy, I would just sleep off. and the next thing you see is in the morning, and that morning I now have like lots of things I'm thinking, 10 plus things I need to achieve that particular day, and they were very essential to my success in life. So I was so much busy. That was how I was doing, and 1 year went. I did not remember my calendar again. I did not masturbate again. And mind you, there's something I really want to point out in this video. Most times when these feelings get back to me, like I feel it again, that is like, it's really an indication that for me, you know, how I do, like, it's a way for me to know that I'm not prayed for a while, because prayer is like the stuff that I use for checking myself. It has a way of suppressing, especially praying in tongues, like, has a way of suppressing some stuff. But that doesn't mean that, remember that my SS2 and SS3, I was praying in tongues, so that times I was addicted. That is why nowadays, if I'm looking at someone, maybe the person is doing Christian, doing like holy, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody, because everybody is susceptible to this. Even if you are tongue praying, fireful Christian, the devil doesn't care about that. You can fall into that stuff habit. So my first year went. So now it was now my second year. I resumed school. Everything is happening. I'm engaging with friends. I'm making friends outside, and second year went, and here am I talking to you guys on camera, and I'm very grateful to God. And one of the remedy that people give is that you should go and talk to someone about it. I'm not against the idea, just try, but for me, I did not talk to anybody about it though, because I was this type of person that everybody is looking up to. Who am I going to talk to that I'm addicted to? Is it my pastor? Is it my pastor who? No, like it was a secret battle, and I won it. So for me, if you tell me, okay, should I go and tell someone about it? Yes, it's important to have an accountability partner, and there are some apps you can still use. But if you have an accountability partner, you can tell, okay, I did this. If you really have to do this stuff, I didn't use it. Maybe that was why my own was long, but I didn't use. But if you are trying to tell anyone about it, make sure you trust that person. Don't go and tell it to some pastors that they will climb altar and use you and preach for 2 Sundays consecutively. So and they will not be, and he will not go and tell the wife. The wife will tell the children will tell the whole world, and they will not be using this stigma on you. So guys, I believe that you must have learned something from the video, and please, there are scientific ways of stopping this. I mentioned it in this video. When I remember that I lost my miracle, I still consider it that maybe this is a way for me to really know how it works, because sometimes we don't know the value of things until we lose it. Because when I lost my miracle, that I knew that Jesus, this thing is a big problem that needs to be dealt with. And I'll also make a video on my step-by-step method, because this video is just my story and what I went through, my youth, and how it affected me academically, because it was literally taking my time. I don't know what these white people are saying, that it will reduce stress. After it reduces that stress at that moment, you still have another urge. So it was, I'll be like, I'll pray God that if you heal me of this thing, then that was my prayer. If you heal me of this thing, I'll serve you for the rest of my life. Then I will not fear, I will never do it again. Then after some like 30 minutes, 1 hour, that urge will be coming back again. I will go back to it. So guys, like, that was when I knew that this stuff is a very big factor, and I knew that some students are going through it, and that is why I decided to put out this video to tell you guys that it's possible to stay 1 month without masturbating, to tell you guys that it's possible to stay 1 year without it, to tell you guys that it's possible to stay 2 years without it, because I am 2 years free, clean. And I also want to tell you guys that it's possible. But I'm not trying to say that I don't have wet dreams again, because it's normal for guys, maybe a month, 2 months, like maybe once in a month, even if it's twice, like just wet dreams. Most times it happens due to my clothing. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. It's a long video, and thank you for staying to the end of the video. I love you guys.